everyone. Tonight we're having spaghetti. What is that, Harrison? Piece of trash. Thank you. With meatballs.
Eggs.
Yeah, there's eggs. That's right. So I'm actually combining a couple of recipes because I don't have breadcrumbs. I'm going to combine the fine dish recipe with my friend Kate's recipe for meatballs. Also going to do the same for the sauce. I'm just kind of going to make it up because I thought I had some more tomato products than I had, and I don't. And then we've had a lot of noodles recently, so we are going to have these instead tonight because I just found them in the cabinet. Hopefully they're good. Should be interesting. All right, so I'm going to make my meatballs first. Probably should make my sauce first, but I'm not. Oh, here we go. It's gonna get messy, y'all. I'm gonna do this by hand. So this is 1.5 pounds of ground beef. Let's set that to the side. And this looks like it's 1 pound or so, slightly over, ground pork. Just add some fat to the product. First, don't leave. I need your assistance. Need a sous chef today. I don't want to touch all my stuff with my meat hands. I'll go ahead and crack my egg. Throw it in there. You can pick up that bag of almond flour and generously dump some in. Probably about 1/2 cup or so. Maybe all of it. How much is left? None? Okay, that's good. And then if you can open that bag, I'm going to use this cassava flour. So the fine dish cookbook calls for a combo of almond flour, cassava flour. Can you open it and use like a tablespoon or something? To add to it, yeah, let me do 2 tablespoons of that. The only reason why I'm using it is because I literally have only used it one time and I'm trying to use it up. And then lastly, can you open this Parmesan for me and use that scoop and get, let's go 3 tablespoons of Parmesan.
Okay.
Over here. And then I'm just gonna mix this all by hand. So I have my eggs in there, my 2 eggs. Yeah, let's get 3 of those. So in total, 2.5 pounds of meat, 3 tablespoons Parmesan, 2 eggs. Roughly, you would do like a cup of your breadcrumb situation. My breadcrumb snap is the almond flour mixed with the cassava flour. And then I'll put salt and pepper in this after I... Actually, Chris, can you come back? Sorry. And pull that salt and pepper over there. And open it up. Both of them. And get a generous pinch of salt. Will you go open that for Harrison?
It is.
Put it in, and then same with pepper. Did you eat your applesauce already? Okay. Wow, okay. So now I'm gonna mix it together so the egg will help combine everything. God, it's so cold. Should have let my meat sit out on the counter for a little bit longer. That would have been good. It is freezing. My egg will keep it, it's an emulsifier, so it will keep everything together. When I form these into balls, it looks like it's gonna make a ton of meatballs, but that's okay, because that would be like a good little snack. You can use that several different ways later. You can make meatball subs. That would be really good. Just eat them by themselves. I can put them on a stick, and Harrison would like a skewer, and that would be fun for Harrison. He would definitely eat them like that, dipped in ketchup, I'm sure, or ranch. He dips everything in ketchup, ranch combination. It's so cold, y'all. Okay, so according to my friend Kate's recipe, she broils these and then she puts them in the sauce. So we'll broil them on all sides. I want to say, I can't remember. I need to go back and read her email. For a few minutes, maybe 4 or 5 minutes on each side. She rotates it halfway through. Or okay, that's good. I don't want to overwork it. I'm gonna wash my hands.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
All right. Which one do you want?
No.
Okay. Stay this way.
So the oil is heating. It's been heating for a little bit. I'm gonna add I'm making my sauce right now, by the way. I'm gonna add my diced onion, half of an onion, and maybe had a little too much olive oil, but that's okay. Okay, Harrison, hold on. I'm gonna let that cook for a little bit. I'm gonna add my spices next. So there is the onion that's been sauteing. I should not have let it get brown like that, but I was busy making tossing the rest of my ingredients over here. These are my frozen tomato paste that I freeze by the tablespoon on parchment paper, so they're ready to go. Lots of garlic, oregano, and basil, fresh basil. This is tomato sauce. This is some beef broth, and then I have a jar of tomato or marinara. So I'm kind of like half cheating. But I'm gonna go ahead and add in my garlic and let that become fragrant for about 30 seconds or so. I'm gonna also toss in some of my spices and some salt and pepper and kind of toast those spices for a minute. You want to try to let them kind of extract some flavor from them before you dump a bunch of sauce on them. And then you're going to add in all of your tomato products, bring it to a boil, and then simmer it. And the longer it sits, the better it will taste. You also can add in like a pinch of sugar. I forgot that. Like a tablespoon or so. I would usually add that. It helps cut the acidity of the tomatoes. So now I'm going to go ahead and add in this is tomato sauce, but it's like Italian tomato sauce. I've never used it before, but it looks great. Because it's Italy's #1 tomato brand, so hey, that's got to be good. I'm going to dump in some broth, and that will just help. The broth will help with the tomato paste, kind of making it into a sauce. Come on. Those are frozen still, but they'll thaw quickly. And lastly, my sauce, which I did not open. Chris, can you open this for me? I popped it open, but I didn't twist it open. Yeah, I just can't do it with one hand. He's laughing at me. It's easy, yeah. Okay. So I don't think I'm going to need any sugar because I used real tomato sauce. Hold on a minute, Harrison. So I'm just going to let this boil, and then I'll reduce it to a simmer and just kind of let it hang out here, and then I'll add my meatballs to it later whenever I get them baked off. Okay, so Harrison, don't stop it. Harrison is now holding my phone, helping me, taking this video, and we are making the balls, the meatballs. So we're making them like what would you say, Harrison, 1.5 inches or so? So I have my baking sheet here with parchment paper on it and a bowl of meatballs. And I'm trying to get them semi-uniform, but doing my best. You could use like a cookie scoop if you had different size cookie scoopers. I have those at school, but not at my house, but that's okay. But if you wanted them to be completely uniform, that's what you would do. Or you could even take it another step further. I wouldn't do this personally, but if you want them exactly the same size, you could weigh them and on a scale and have them all be the same amount of ounces or whatever, you know. But I'm not too concerned.
I can have a camera. Oh, I can have a camera.
Oh, you need a camera too?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a camera.
So this looks like it's gonna make
A camera.
a lot. We're looking at 20 meatballs at least. I'm not even gonna be able to fit all these on the same tray.
Yeah, what?
We're gonna have to get creative here. Let me just get 6 in there.
So,
We'll be eating meatballs for days, y'all. Days. That's okay.
you want to use my phone? You want to use it?
We have Harrison on the verge of a meltdown over there. Oh, it's in my diaper bag.
Wait, okay. This is mine. So you can play with it as well. It may not work. Let's see. Oh, yeah, it's not broken. But you can play with it, pretend.
All right. That is 24 meatballs. 26. I'm going to get 26 meatballs.
Okay, here we go. Okay. 26 meatballs. Oh, you lied?
Yes.
Hey, this is your camera, Mama. Look.
Oh, thank you, Harrison.
Look.
Yeah, that's my old camera. All right, these meatballs look great. So many meatballs. All right, so I just boiled them for 4 minutes and I just flipped them over and I'm gonna put them back in the oven for another 4 to 5 minutes or so, maybe longer actually, because they're pretty large. And then they'll eventually go into this sauce. So my sauce already came to a boil and now it's been simmering for, I don't know, 10, 20 minutes or so. But the longer it sits here, the better it will be. So I just went back and read her recipe and I was supposed to put them on a wire rack. Oops. Probably helps with them cooking on all sides more evenly. Also was supposed to broil for 8 minutes on the first side and I think I did 5. So I'm just gonna let them stay in there for a little while. And then we'll check them out and hopefully they're good to go. So I'm talking about right here. They look phenomenal. My parchment paper burnt to a crisp. That's all right. So I'm going to now transfer these. I guess if they were on their wire rack, they would have not been sitting in their own fat, but that's okay. I'm gonna transfer these into the sauce over here. Hopefully they all fit. We'll see. And then I'm gonna let them cook for like 30 minutes on low, just simmering away over here. Yeah, probably till about 5:30. I'll come back and quickly make my noodles and we will have a nice half homemade dinner. Okay, so they are in there. I'm shocked that they fit. I feel like I could use a little more sauce, but that's okay. We'll see what happens. They look great. And they're just gonna sit in here on low and I'll just come and stir it every now and then. And they'll continue to cook in this sauce, although they're probably almost all the way cooked through. It smells great.